Hey, what's up, everybody? Video 44 coming at you with another video. All right, so we got a Laker game to prepare for after playing a fantastic game last night. Historic Austin Reeves performance against the Sacramento Kings in the books. A win as well for our team. We loved how we looked on the road. No beam lit in Sacktown. Tonight, we come back home to face the Portland Trail Blazers, who are coming off of a game against the Clippers yesterday in Inglewood that did not go their way. The Clippers won 114-107. We'll get into the stats there and just see what we see there. Clippers shot 55%, 44 of 80. And the Blazers, who we see tonight, shot 37% from the field, 34 of 92. It was not pretty in the highlights. They were missing a lot of shots. The Blazers shot 11 of 41 from the three for 26%. Ugly. The Clippers, 38%, 12 of 31 from three. The Blazers got to the line a lot, man, 28 of 34, so we got to keep an eye open for that, 82% there. The Clippers got there 15 times, hit 14 of them for 93%. Clippers were a +4 on the boards, 46 to 42, but gave up 18 offensive rebounds to the Blazers. 18 offensive boards for the Blazers to the Clippers, 7 to be exact. The Clippers had 26 assists, the Blazers had 24. The Blazers had 12 steals, the Clippers had 11. Clippers had 8 blocks, the Blazers had 2, and 24 turnovers for the Clippers in a winning effort. Gave up 30 points on 24 turnovers. We got to, keep an eye open for our turnover issues. We definitely do not want to be that bad in transition. The Blazers had 16 turnovers and 16 points conceded off of those. 29 fast break points for the Blazers. So once again, you see them speed demon off of steals down toward the basket, it seems. 10 fast break points for the Clippers, 62 points in the paint for the Clips, 44 for the Blazers, and that's it. The Blazers had a 12-point lead at one point and blew it. Clippers had an 11-point lead and ended up winning by 7. So the box score, let's see, the bad shooting here. Toumani Camara, 2 of 8 from the field, 0 of 3 from 3. 5 points, 4 assists, 2 rebounds, 1 steal. I'd imagine he's going to want to play better on our home floor than he did there. So look out for him on both sides of the floor because he's a monster defensively and he's a much better offensive player than he's been able to show in the first 2 games of the season, or 3 games in the season, for which the Blazers are 1 and 2. Let's see. Denny Avdija is playing like an all-star. He's been breaking out for like 2 years now. Since getting to Portland, he's been balling. 7 of 16 from the field, 3 of 7 from the 3, and 6 of 7 from the free throw line for 23 points. 5 assists and 7 boards. He had 5 turnovers. Hopefully we can duplicate that tonight for him. Donovan Clingan, 1 point shy of a double-double, 9 points, 10 rebounds, 3 assists, 1 block, 1 steal, and 1 turnover in 24 minutes of play. 3 of 6 from the field, 1 of 3 from 3. His 3-ball is starting to fall, so we need to be very careful. I'd expect for him to attempt some tonight. Drew Holiday, 7 of 14 from the field, 3 of 8 from 3, 4 of 5 from the free throw line for 21 points, 7 assists, and 6 rebounds. He is really stepping back into his good statistical play with the Blazers after having some off year with the Boston Celtics last year. He looks much better with the Blazers. Shaedon Sharpe, 7 of 24 from the field, 1 of 9 from 3. That's horrible. +6 turnovers. Ooh, bad Shaedon Sharpe game in Inglewood. 19 points, 2 steals, 1 assist, and 5 rebounds for Shaedon Sharpe. Very bad shooting night. Jeremy Grant, 4 of 10 from the field, 2 of 5 from 3, 7 of 9 from the free throw line, 17 points, 1 block, 1 steal, 2 rebounds for Jeremy Grant, who's having a good start to his season. He wants to raise his trade value. We definitely need to keep him off the line. We do not need him getting there 9 times. Let's see. Chris Murray had 3 boards, 1 assist, and 1 steal. 0 of 2 from the 3, 18 minutes of play. Young Hansen has not been getting minutes as of late. Hopefully they continue to do that because I know how good he is. We do not need to see him out there pushing us around. In 4 minutes of play, he missed a shot and got a rebound. Matisse Thybulle is playing well this year. His name's been called a lot. 15 minutes of play, 2 of 4 from the field, 1 of 2 from 3. 3 steals and 5 points for the fantastic defender, Matisse Thybulle. And Blake Wesley, 2 of 7 from the field, 0 of 1 from 3, 2 of 3 from the free throw line, 6 points, 2 steals, 3 assists, and 6 rebounds for Blake Wesley. He is better than this. He's better than this, and I know how well he's been playing since becoming a Blazer as well. So we need to keep an eye open for the speed demon Blake Wesley, who's been kind of buried on the back of the bench of the San Antonio Spurs for the last 4 years, but he was initially a lottery pick and now has become a very good role player for the Blazers. So that's really what it was in their last game last night. Of course, they're coming off a back-to-back just like us, so There should be a balance there to say that both teams may be a little fatigued, but ultimately it's the beginning of the season, so nobody should be too tired. The Blazers also had a game before that against the Golden State Warriors where they got the big win, 139-119. And let's see, the team stats tell me that they shot better in that game, 50 of 93 for 53% and 16 of 34 for 47% from the three. They also got to the line 25 times and hit 23 of them for 92%. They rebounded the ball 38 to 41. And they had 10 offensive rebounds in that game to the Warriors 12. They had 30 assists to the Warriors 24, and they had 13 steals to the Warriors 12. 5 blocks for the Blazers, 3 for the Warriors. 25 turnovers for the Warriors, 25 points conceded off of those. My goodness, teams are really bleeding in transition against this Blazer team defense. And the Blazers had 19 turnovers, 22 points conceded off of those. So that's a stat we need to pay attention to, turnovers and points conceded, because they're getting those off. Fast break points, they had 30, the Blazers did, 16 for the Warriors, and the Warriors absolutely got killed, in the paint, 66 to 30. So the Blazers destroyed them in the paint, 66 to 30. And yeah, I didn't go over the Warriors shooting numbers, but I don't think that's really relevant to us, and I kind of don't like reading stats like I did last year. It just becomes a little redundant. So I'll skip the opponent's shooting numbers because we don't care. I'll also skip the opponent's stats because we don't really need that bad. But let's get into the Blazers. 19 points, 3 steals, 2 assists, and 7 rebounds for Kamara in that game, a plus 23. This was a good game for Kamara. 7 of 13 from the field, 3 of 7 from 3 against the Warriors in 33 minutes of play. Denny Avdija had a fantastic game, 11 of 18 from the field, 4 of 6 from 3, 26 points, 6 assists, 5 boards, plus 16. 3 turnovers for Denny, but he balled out. Donovan Clingan, 14 points, 1 block, 2 assists, and 8 rebounds, 4 of 6 from the field, 5 of 5 from the free throw line, and 1 of 2 from 3 in just 22 minutes of play. That's a lot of production in 22 minutes. Drew Holiday, 5 of 12 from the field, 2 of 4 from 3, 12 points, 11 assists, and 5 rebounds, and 1 steal, plus 19, led the starters there. No, he didn't. Tamari had a plus 23, but they all had good plus minuses as I'm looking. And that was Drew Holiday in 28 minutes. Shaedon Sharpe, 5 of 15 from the field, 1 of 6 from 3, 17 points, 1 steal, 1 assist, and 4 rebounds. They're going to keep letting him shoot. I hope he doesn't work his way out of this slump, but he's shooting awfully from behind the arc. That's like 2 of 15 or something like that in the last 2 games. Horrible for Shaedon Sharpe. He has got to stop shooting the 3. But not tonight. Shoot as much as you can so long as you continue to brick like you've been doing. Jeremy Grant, plus 19 for his squad, 22 points. 1 steal, 2 assists, and 2 boards, 6 of 10 from the field, 2 of 3 from 3, and 8 of 10 from the free throw line. Jeremy Grant is getting to the line far too many times over the last 2 games. We need to put an end to that. Do not foul him tonight. Don't let him get to the line that much. Chris Murray had a really good shooting night, 6 of 7 from the field, 1 of 1 from 3 for 13 points, 1 block, 2 steals, 1 assist, and 1 rebound. So Chris Murray, coming off a bad game, had a really good game against the Warriors. If this is a back-and-forth thing, you can expect for Chris Murray to be good tonight. We don't want that. Duop Rafe played 3 minutes, had a block, sat down. Young Hansen, 1 of 3 from the field, 2 points, 2 blocks, 1 rebound in 7 minutes. Matisse Thybulle shot very well, 3 of 3 from the field, 2 of 2 from 3, and 2 of 2 from the free throw line for 10 points, 3 steals, and 2 rebounds. He's really having a good start to his season, man. Matisse Thybulle starting to ramp up and remind people that he's really good. So, keep an eye open for him. I expect him to have a big game tonight because he tends to shoot well against us, if anyone. And Blake Wesley, 2 of 6 from the field, 0 of 2 from 3, 4 points, 2 steals, 4 assists, and 2 rebounds, and a plus 1 for Blake Wesley. And Ryan Rupert had an assist and a rebound in just 4 minutes. No shots attempted against the Warriors. So that's how that went. 139-119 was the score. The Blazers took care of business. It was not very difficult, it seems. So that's how it went for the Blazers. In the last 2 games, and in the first game they played was a game that we recapped when we played against the Timberwolves, for which the Blazers won 118-114, where Ant-Man just went completely plumb loco. We've already gone over those stats in the previous games video, so I won't necessarily look at those right now, but what I will say is Jeremy Grant once again got to the line 6 times, hit 5 of them, was 10 of 14 from the field and 4 of 7 from 3. We have got to keep a lid on Jeremy Grant because he's playing a little too well for my liking, getting to the line way too much for my liking. And with Denny playing as well as he is, Drew Holiday playing as well as he is, Clingan playing as well as he is, we got to try to put an end to something, and I don't want Jeremy Grant going off tonight. So that's somebody I have circled for certain tonight against the Blazers here in Los Angeles at 7:30 Pacific, 10:30 Eastern, late game, and I got an early morning in the morning, so it's gonna suck for me. But nevertheless, I will be watching and giving you a video at the end of the game as I always do. Let's look at the injury report. So Gabe Vincent, from what I understand, left the arena last night in Sacramento in a walking boot. He's considered a game time decision, but if you leave the arena in a walking boot, you're not playing the next day. So I think it's pretty much set in stone that it would be a shock to see him out there tonight. Jackson Hayes did not play last night, but he's expected to return soon. So maybe he gives it a go tonight. We'll see. Luka, of course, is going to be out until November 5th. Maxi Kleber is expected to be out as well till that same time. Abdul Thero may be coming back later in the end of the week, according to this thing, but I haven't heard anything official on that. That's just what it says. But Abdul is definitely out tonight. Of course, LeBron is out as well for a week. If I didn't already mention him, I don't see him on here, but he's going to be out, not for the week, for the month. He should be out probably till the beginning of December, to be honest with you. They say the end of November, but I think they'll probably extend that if necessary. And given that he's an older guy, we're tending to playing okay without him. I don't think they're going to rush him back. It seems like our team's being a bit more cautious with injuries as well. Luka being out for a week, with 5 games being played that week or 4 games being played this week. I was listening to Jason Timpf, and he was trying to challenging Luka, saying, he felt like that was too long for the jam finger and a light bruise. But for me, I just think that that's above Luka's head. I don't have enough data to feel like I should be uncomfortable with Luka's willingness to play through injury, especially given what I saw him do in Dallas. The man was wrapped up like a mummy most of the time, playing through all types of injuries, blood in the sock in the finals. I mean, if anybody I'm going to challenge to play through injury, it's not Luka the Don. He's shown me far too many times his willingness to, if anything, be neglectful of healing from injuries, and I want him to be more careful. So this is him doing what I would prefer him do if he's starting to become more cautious in regards to healing. This is what we talked about at the beginning of the season. I want our franchise to be patient with guys coming back from injury, and we'll take whatever losses come with that. We'll be unhappy about it, but I think in the long run will be best for having guys fully healthy, fully healing. You talk about some of the injury issues we've had, Vando asking him to come back and sooner than probably should have, and then having real setbacks with that. We've learned franchise lessons in regards to injuries, and at this point, being cautious with Luka the Don is obviously probably the most responsible thing for our franchise and for himself. So I didn't agree with Jason Timpf at all. I just think if you're going to call somebody out, it shouldn't be the guy that we've seen play through injuries as hard as Luka has. And his argument was that Dallas's front office was the one forcing him to play through those injuries. I don't know. I'm not privy to what was going on in Dallas or how much pressure it was for Luka to play. But if anything, I saw him play through injuries constantly. So it won't be me getting on this channel or even anywhere else for that matter challenging Luka to play through injury. I don't think it's smart to play through injury. I think it's very wise to let things heal. And given what role Luka plays on our team, I have no problem with what he's doing at all. I hate that it's happening, but this is the only way to play it. Meanwhile, I think it's also a good potential psychological circumstance for us, given the fact that LeBron is out, to let Austin have a week where he's the guy. And you see what he did with it last night. 51 points, 11 rebounds, 9 assists. This is great for Austin to get an opportunity to spread his wings, show what he can do, and just have an opportunity to just be the star. Because we know he's ready for that. We know if he were playing for the Brooklyn Nets, he would be putting up 30, 10, and 10 probably every night the way he's balling. He doesn't get that opportunity on this franchise. It's early in the season. You want guys to establish their season strong. You want them to have a good taste in their mouth about who they can be, whether guys are out there or not. There are going to be times throughout the course of the season where we're going to need Austin to step up. I don't think it's the worst psychological button for Luka and Coach JJ to agree Luka sit out for like 5 games and let Austin have the Lakers to himself. Because he's not going to have the Lakers to himself when LeBron comes back, even if Luka's out. You know what I'm saying? So this is the best opportunity for Austin to be Austin. And obviously Austin being step up as he is, one of my nicknames for him, he's doing things that nobody else would do in the circumstances. This is exactly what I think is good psychologically for for Austin and for this roster, because we are establishing early that you need to take Austin extremely seriously, whether Luka's out there or not, but especially if he's not. And I think it's gonna bode well for Luka and LeBron in the long run, with all the attention that Austin's going to be forced to have from opposing defenses, because of what we're doing this week and featuring him and how well he's playing. They're going to guard him differently than they would have if we wouldn't have been in this position. So if anything, if I'm a conspiracy theorist, I think the Lakers are pushing a psychological button, and if Austin, if Luka's not really all that hurt, they probably sitting him on purpose for that exact reason. That's exactly what I think is going on there. Because I do think if this was the playoffs, Luka would play straight through it. If this was Dallas, Luka would play straight through it. But this is a very, very unique opportunity for Austin to have the Lakers to himself, and he's balling, man. So that's really what it comes down to. Austin is establishing himself as somebody who's going to be able to command more than $35 million a year. And if he keeps putting up performances like he did last night, he's going to be even higher than that. I think you should pay it if you're the Lakers, and worry about the particulars later on if it come up, because at the end of the day, how many people have the ability to do what Austin's doing, both take a step back and be the third option, and when necessary step into the first option role and basically match the superstars' numbers if necessary. This is a very unique player with a low ego and a high patience threshold, and I just think if anybody you want to invest in to be a third string star, it would be him. He should probably be one of the most coveted star players in the league right now after what he just did, given the fact that he can play multiple roles. So when you think about San Antonio having interest in him, putting him next to Wemby and those guys, he can play that role. And then if any of those guys go out, he can play as a starter. So the Lakers need to value him according to what it is he's showing us right now. I don't dock him for his bad play in the playoffs, because I know he was dealing with the same toe injury that Darius Garland was dealing with, and Darius didn't even play through that, for which he shouldn't. But Austin did, and he didn't look good, and that's how that goes. So I have an asterisk next to his performance in the playoffs, and I think that performance is another reason why this psychological scenario could potentially be very good for Austin, to get that taste out of his mouth, get people talking about what he's doing right now instead of what they last saw in the playoffs. So all of this is the perfect storm, whether the Lakers are orchestrating it or not. This is exactly what Austin needs to establish himself as a legitimate star in this league. And I think that with the numbers he put up last night, I don't think he's failed at all. I think he's succeeded in that in a very demonstrative fashion, putting up historic numbers and aligning his name with some very elite Lakers as the only guys to score 50, 9, and 10. I think there's only been like 6 players to ever do that in the league. So, yeah, that is nothing to play with. Austin Reeves is definitely establishing himself as a star in this league right now. So, I'm excited. He's averaging 30, 10, and 10 right now through 3 games. I mean, that's not normal at all. So, let's just not rush Luka back, and let's enjoy what Austin's doing, and let him carry the team and continue to establish himself out here. I think 4 or 5 games we'll look up. Luka will be ready to go. Bron will be close, and Austin will have established himself as somebody teams need to double team and triple team to stop. So this is wonderful for him. Also, like what I've seen from a couple players. Rui Hachimura has been shooting well to start the season. I'd like to see him chip in the boards and steals and stuff like that a bit more. But ultimately, he's been really good for the Lakers through 3 games, and I think he's a big part. His shooting has been a big part of why we are 2-1 on the season. He had 18 points, 2 steals, 2 assists, and 3 boards last night. No, plus 7 to 10 from the field, 0-1 from 3. He only attempted 1 3 last night. I'm expecting him to attempt several more than that tonight. DeAndre Ayton's another guy who was great last night. He's been good to start the season. 22 points, 15 rebounds, 2 assists, 1 steal, 1 block. 10 to 17 from the field. He looked pretty good last night, to say the least. I really enjoyed what he did on the boards. I'd say he outplayed Domantas Sabonis. And that's what we need. Marcus Smart looked pretty good. A lot of grifting, trying to get fouls and called and stuff like that. Some missed shots from the 3, 0-3 there. But ultimately, he was really good. Impact was felt, plus 7 yesterday. 11 points, 5 assists, and 3 boards. I've been really, really fond of what Marcus Smart's doing. And just overall, he's raised the floor of our team a lot. given the fact that he can just do some things, playmaking, defensively, obviously scoring, that we just didn't have in his role last year, if I'm being real with ourselves. So he's been a significant piece to our role-playing situation. And Jake LaRavia in 33 minutes last night. Did not shoot well, but he gave us 5 assists, 6 rebounds, 11 points. And I just thought he was very sturdy. He hit a clutch 3 down the stretch of the game yesterday. Very good stuff from Jake LaRavia overall. And Vanderbilt's energy as well. 9 points, 2 steals, 2 assists, and 5 boards. 3 of 5 from the field yesterday. Didn't attempt a 3. That's probably for the best. 3 of 4 from the free throw line. I like what I saw from JV. The energy was great. His overall willingness to throw his body around is always something you consider with Jared Vanderbilt. And as a plus 15, led the bench yesterday in that regard. He was really good. And so now with Gabe Vincent potentially being out, I expect we're going to get more of those other guys. Big minutes for some guys. And maybe we'll see a little Bronny James, Nick Smith. I don't know if I love that too much, but we'll probably need their guard play. And, of course, Chris Mannion yesterday got 3 minutes of play, did some good things that stood out to those who were paying close enough attention. Defensively, got a block, almost had a steal, got a rebound, and sat down in just 3 minutes of play. The three-point shot he attempted was ugly, so I don't know if that's really a part of his game. But I know he can help us on the defensive end, and I hope we give him a lot of minutes while we're missing so many people, because I think he's a sturdy piece. Proved himself in the summer league with the Golden State Warriors as somebody people should be taking advantage of, and or rather bringing into their situation, and that's what we did. Very happy he's here. Now let's use him with ourselves being short-handed. So, yeah, that's really what I got to say. I'm really concerned about the injuries, to be honest with you. I think Marcus Smart might have tweaked something too, so if they call him a late-game scratch, I wouldn't be overly surprised by that. You'll see a lot of Bronny James and Nick Smith, and I do not like our chances going up against the type of wing defenders that Portland has there. I think they're going to throw everything at Austin Reeves, so I'd imagine this could potentially be a letdown night for our team overall. I've been pretty pessimistic overall this season. It hasn't really panned out that way, for which I'm thankful for. But now that the injuries are starting to set in, Luka out, Braun out, Austin having the game of his life, so the defense is going to be on his case. Talking about Kamara, Grant, Drew Holiday. They got some real defenders over there in Portland. It could be tough, but we're on our home floor, and we need to protect it one way or another. Obviously, Ayton going up against his old team is a big deal, so we clearly expect for Ayton to be ready to go tonight and give us a lot. And, that's really what it's about. No Robert Williams tonight, I don't expect. They say game-time decision. I don't remember seeing him on the injury report. Scoot Henderson is out until mid-November, and, of course, Dame is out for the season. And that is the injury report on the ESPN site. So, yeah, that's really what it is, man. That's what we're looking at. Your Los Angeles Lakers are expected to wear yellow on their home floor tonight. Got our home jerseys on our home floor. We love that. But, unfortunately, much to my chagrin, the Blazers are wearing white on our home floor. I hate it. Road unis for the road, home unis for home. Let's go back to the original. I can't stress that enough. I hate all this. All of it. Get off my lawn with that crap. Anyway, the projected starters for the Blazers: Drew Holiday, Shaedon Sharpe, Denny Avdija, Toumani Camara, and Donovan Clingan. Of course, all of this is subject to change. Marcus Smart, Austin Reeves, Rui Hachimura, Jake LaRavia, and DeAndre Ayton for the Lakers tonight. Potentially could be the starters. We're just shorthanded, y'all. That just is what it is. Like I said, I expect to see some Mannion, some Bronny, some Nick Smith. We're just super shorthanded. Hopefully Jackson Hayes is able to go tonight. We can use him back on the floor in our front court against the double center position that they got down there with, of course, Clingan and Young Hansen. I do think that they could run some small ball lineups out there, stuff like that. I expect the Blazers will potentially do that, since they only like to give Clingan about 25 minutes a night. So, yeah, we did some good things defensively yesterday. I thought that our improvement as a unit from last year to this year has been pretty good defensively. We could really see that. We just have better players defensively in certain situations. I thought DeAndre Ayton's defense has really been exceeding my expectations. I've loved what I've seen, obviously, from Marcus Smart. Vanderbilt being healthy changes things a lot. So we just seem a little more capable to me defensively than we were last year, if not a lot more capable. I still don't think of us as a very good defensive team, but you got more of what you can do defensively available to you. Gabe Vincent going out kind of hurts that, but I think Chris Magnon is profiled as a nice defensive wing as well. So maybe we'll just be more capable defensively this season. I think that's a safe bet. What else? There was something else that came to mind and it left me just as quick. But overall, I think that the Lakers are, we're managing injuries, man. It's a little frustrating that we're missing so many players so early in the season, but this is just how it goes, man. And we gotta weather the storm. So efficiency is key against a tough defense. I expect the game to be kind of ugly tonight if the Blazers are going to continue to shoot poorly and push on the defensive end. It could be a real ugly game tonight. And just, as we've looked in the stats, we understand that the transition statistic is really important against the Blazers. They've been getting out of transition, running. They've been forcing turnovers as they're projected to do with their defensive personnel. And so we just need to take care of the basketball and get back, and protect what we need to protect. And, look out for them on the fast break off of turnovers. So that's really what it is for me, man. This Blazer game, I'm kind of frustrated because, like I said, I got a lot to do tomorrow morning. I got to get up as early as like 4 in the morning, and this game may not end till 11 something. So yeah, that's gonna suck for me. But I'm really glad our team is back. I'm feeling great about what I saw from Austin yesterday. I love that we're 2-1, and we got work to do. There's a lot of work to do. We got a long season ahead, and we need to be healthy in order to attack it. And so. Letting guys rest is a good thing, man. I mean, it's not ideal. You'd rather not be forced to, but that you have to should not be something you shake away, especially this early in the season, man. We don't want to start having knick-knack injuries attacking us this early and then guys missing the meat and chunks of the season because we didn't let them heal. That's just not the way we want to go about things. So let Gabe Vincent heal, let Abdul heal, Maxey, LeBron, Jackson, and Luka. All of these people are out. We expect that. Maybe even Marcus Smart as well. Let's just let people heal, man. We just got to do what we got to do. Next man up. We got young players to develop. And there'll be minutes for those guys. So they, should take follow Austin's lead and do the best you can with the minutes given while you have these opportunities, because they're not going to be here forever. So that's what I got to say, man. The Los Angeles Lakers will be ready tonight, 7:30. Like I said, the video at halftime will be there for you. The after game video will be there for you. And then I'll try to get about 4 hours of sleep and get ready for what I got to do tomorrow. But, I love my team and the dedication is real. And when you see them play like they did last night, it's not hard to apply that dedication to them. So let's just keep fighting, man. And, the Blazers are one of our rivals. Not really, but we've had a lot of battles with them over the years. And, so they're always going to be excited about playing us in our building. We tend not to play well in each other's buildings, so hopefully that stands true tonight. We do have to also play them again next week. So whatever happens tonight, there will be a revenge factor for the loser. And let's get out there and get ready for a physical battle against a team with a lot of rim protection, a lot of good perimeter defensive play, but maybe isn't shooting well to start the season. So that's pretty much what I gotta say, man. My name is BDF44, and I thank you all for watching. I'm out.